Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Shadows Within. I am your host, Larry, and I have a very special guest that will be joining me so we can go over his show today. And I hope you guys all gave him a great greeting and welcome, make him feel welcomed. This is his first time on the Shadows Within, and I'm very honored to have him on. I have recently gotten to know him, and I hope I get to know more about him as time goes on. We're going to be going over his shows and maybe even possible interview about who he plays in the eFed world and who he is. Be a true honor. And eventually in the future for the Shadows Within, I shall be going over some pro wrestling shows that shall be coming up this month and the coming months ahead. Stay tuned for that. And also the CLPW draft will possibly be today. I'm hoping that'll be today. We shall see how things play out. But I hope everybody is having a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be. And also, if you missed Nightmare on Bourbon Street Part 2, go check it out. It was a fantastic show from start to finish. And when we go over these shows today for Mr. Xadrian, called Trials of Karma and Order, Guilty as Charged for both 2K24 and 2K25. He goes between both because some cause are on one that's not on the other yet, so very interesting move that he does. I haven't really seen that much, you know? I've usually seen, like, when it comes to an eFed, they usually use the current gen or, like, just the one gen that they have, like, the game that they have. So this will be very interesting to see where his mind is at and how he goes about things. But yes, if you've never checked out Xadrian's work, he goes by King Xage on Twitch. If you guys would like to go check out his stuff, very incredible stuff. Like I said, I've recently gotten to know the person behind the camera a little bit, but I hope I get to know him more as time goes on. And his characters, he has a lot of unique characters. Carter Justice, um, TNT Winters, like this, has this one called the Headhunter Aiden. He has quite a few others. Like the man can play as many characters as you give him. It's incredible. And there are a lot of people in the Fed world that are expanding to more and more characters, and it's just incredible for me to see how these people play out their characters and cause. It's always a pleasure. Mm. I have no idea where he is, ladies and gentlemen, but I hope he shall join on soon. I did tell him I was live. I did tag him. And if he can't get in, I'm always willing to restart the live. I just texted him, so I hope he'll get back to me. Like I said, if I need to restart the live, I will. If I need to, we can go over a show if we need to. Also, stay tuned for RCL Mayhem. Be coming up soon. The GMs there have put together a card, and the GM has had some help. There we are. I sent you an invite so you could come on in. Welcome.
Hey, hey,
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Living the life, living the dream. Came off a good work session at the Haunted Chamber, so that was pretty fun. How was your
Nice.
night?
Restless. I've been up with the dogs all night, so it's cool.
Were you not able to get sleep?
Nah, I'm okay with it though. I'm used to not sleeping on Saturdays.
Well, I hope you get the rest you need eventually.
I will. I ain't worried about it.
I was just telling the people how you run off both 2K24 and 2K25 since you said to me that you don't have certain characters on one uh, part of the game compared to the other.
Yeah. So, the thing is, I try to be fair to everyone, and I understand that the game is expensive as fuck. So I don't sit here and press anybody to go and get this game. No, if you're more comfortable here, which I actually don't have a problem because there's so many glitches on 25. It's crazy. And my entrances on 25 don't work if I use Universe. So I kind of benefit from it as well. Because I know that's why most people watch is to see their cars come out. And um we're working on the music section now, trying to figure out how to do it without getting hit with copyrights. So soon enough we'll be able to have that as well. But yeah, like I also understand that there are stronger variants as well. So for example, my chaos car, she's stronger on 25 than she is on 24. So I try to balance that out. Like if I know most of the matches are going to be on 24, then I'll use her. Or for example, like the PLE, I had to make matches on both because some people preferred that their 25 variant be used for the PLE, which isn't a problem. Um, but overall, it was fun. And then there was at some point a show where I was literally going back and forth between 24 and 25, which I was cool with it too. We don't, how would you say it? We don't judge, and we're not like that. Like you guys, y'all cool as hell, and I enjoy being over there. So we kind of have the same, you know, morals basically.
You're referring to TPEW.
Yes.
Yes, full of good people there, full of good people, have great team and like behind the scenes, it's a family oriented thing and even sometimes within the thing, there's family oriented things going on because there's a lot of people with a lot of history from other
Mhm.
places that know each other.
Mhm. 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 Like
We're
I
happy to have you there.
until I saw your car and I said, "Really?"
What? You
I
talk
said,
about Eddie?
"Yeah." Like I knew Eddie, but I didn't know you was behind Eddie. You
Yeah,
see what? And I was
I
like,
get it.
"You're over here too?" Okay.
So you recognize me from IZW, I'm assuming, yeah?
Yes.
Ah, yes, yes. Yes, Eddie is a very interesting one. I also have Blind Man and Riley and a few others, but Eddie's like been my main one since I first started in the EFED game, and I don't own the system, so other people have created my cause, and I'm forever grateful for that. I'm
And
always grateful.
as well. Damn good job as well. Eddie is a
And
good.
Naya just
Yeah,
came in. Is this one of your people?
yeah, it's my best friend. One of them.
I could see that. She just said, "Hey, best friend." Yes, this is public to people on my end and your end, so
Mhm.
basically all our people would be able to see it.
Nah, that's cool. I ain't worried about that.
Thank you. So I figured we could go over your past shows and maybe even get to know your other cause, like because I know what I know about your cause, but I don't think I know the full deep understanding of your cause from what you told me.
It depends on the core. Like every core that I have has a different purpose. Um,
That's understandable.
you just let me know who you want to start with, because this goes back
Yeah.
to uh 2K22.
That's when you first started. That's when you first started.
Yeah.
Okay. Heck
Yeah.
yeah. Good news.
First.
What was your opinions on 2K22 of the game in general?
Um. So back then, I didn't even know the difference between My Rise. Well, it was called something different. My Rise and Showcase. I didn't realize that I had to play both to damn near unlock everything. And then I saw my faction, and I never really touched it until uh the 2023 2K game, because I didn't know what it was. Um, then I realized that you unlock stuff there too. So I've been trying to do the live events and stuff. Um, I like all of the showcases except for 24. That's the only one I have not completed. And I'm not even gonna hold you. There's a lot of matches that I just wanted to get past it and move on, because it was too much. I like the showcases that are focused on one person and then you go down their timeline. 24, I understand, was about WrestleMania, but it was too much going on for me.
Like the WrestleMania showcase and such.
It was too much going on.
Understandable. Understandable. And how you go between 2K24 and 2K25 now? Did you do that with the last game where you would go between 2K23 and 2K24?
No. So,
Hmm.
I didn't have an EFED with 23, 22, and 23. So I
Oh,
started 4 as far as having an EFED is concerned. I was in an EFED, but it was very small. And I had Snow Valentine, Taylor Valentine, and what the fuck, Daniel, but his last name was Guerrero then. Um,
Guerrero?
yeah, so his name, like now his name is Daniel Demois, but and then his last name was Guerrero. So he was pretty much on his own. Like his backstory was just him being by himself and not relying on anybody. And uh, at that time, I felt like, you know, it's like right now it's just me and my mom. So when she can't do anything, everything falls on me, and that's how I was feeling. That's how he came about. Snow Valentine came from me digging a little bit more into my Spanish heritage.
Oh,
But instead of it being, I didn't want to make it so obvious. So instead of her being Puerto Rican, I made her from Guatemala. I believe so.
oh, okay. That's really cool.
Right. And then I found out I had an older brother, well, two older brothers from my dad's side. And that's how Taylor came about. Just, someone that she can look up to, but still do her thing. And then at some point I had created their father, and I never made him after 22. So he was supposed to be like this big shot wrestler, and they were both supposed to bring the luchador theme into the EFED, but Snow left that back and wanted to do her own thing, and then Taylor started off with it, and then I realized that he was a lot stronger than that, so I kind of mixed up the both of them. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. I can hear you.
I just wanted to make sure because I have my mic kind of covered a little bit. And
If I couldn't hear you, I would let you know. I always make sure I let the people know if they're like if you get like interrupted or if it sounds like static is coming through. I'll let you know, and I know the people will also let us know.
okay, okay, that's cool.
Welcome, Grandma Jill. Welcome.
So that's where that Valentine family came from. And then when I hit 23, that's when I made Kaiwa Justice.
Mm,
And
okay.
I kind of had the Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair thing going on, like a mix. And because I like them both, and then I like Rhea's soft side, and then Bianca's heel side, and it was like I gotta do it. So that's
Yeah.
how she long. But she was the weakest out of the four at first. Um, then I moved to 24. Um, I still brought them along. Let's see. I was in one, two. I was in two. Start off two E-Feds. I left the one I was originally in. I cannot remember the name because it was so long ago. And I ended up in first it was BPW, then it was WCCW, and then it was something else. They're not the ones that we know now. It was somebody else.
Because
And
there is a WCCW. Are you talking
um,
War Capital Championship Wrestling?
mm-mm, no,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. It's a different one. And
okay.
um, then there was GPW, which I am still currently in. Well, I just made a comeback. I brought everybody back. And then there was C2CW, which I started the ending of 23 going into 24. I'm lying. Ending of, well, like summer fall of 24. And then yeah, still now. And then when I was there, I had to remake Kaiva because I did not like how she was for Showcase. And then the idea of Storm. Storm is a very strong individual. I Storm from X-Men. So I said, you know what? Let me use that. And then I came up with someone who is her brother. Her brother. I'm gonna go with it because I'm still working on that storyline. Um, Jay Stone Quinn. Uh, so they grew up together. Um, their parents isn't their parents, if it makes sense. Their mom favors Jay Stone, and then this goes into somebody else's cause. It's a whole story. Data, he falls into that too. I met him, um, the be like ending of three, going into 24, and he was actually the one that brought me into uh two E-Feds. So I gotta give props to him. Quan. I gotta give a lot of props. to him because he helped me expand my mind to where it is now with the creativity. Um, so his two cars played a part into my two cars, and then we just basically tried to make them like a small group. So wherever we go, if you see one, you're gonna see the other three, pretty much. Yeah, yeah, yes. And
I
that's
noticed you guys do have that connection.
huh?
The connection between you guys, like, seems very nice. Like that you guys have that bond.
We met outside of e-fetting too, and then we even found out we had a lot in common. I know he was into wrestling, but not as much as I was.
Yeah.
So it was like perfect, perfect. And then I also met Vextra, Rig, Chin, Susie, um, Wolfie, K-Pec when he was there for a little while, DSB, I think. Oh, Zach. I met them over there at that place. So, and it was fun for a while. It's a long story. We ain't gonna get into that. But
All right, all right. Whatever you want to go into, this is your interview. So whatever you would like to say, that is on you.
let's see. Uh, then I met some people who had the same idea as I did, but theirs was a bit different. And then we ended up getting together, creating Duality Legion. Well, Duality Legion was one person's idea, and then everybody had different visions for shows, and that's how it ended to four brands. Uh, you have mine, which is TKO, that stands for Trials of Karma and Order. I was only supposed to be an in-between show where the main two shows was originally Madhouse and Vindicated, but when everybody went on a hiatus and we was doing a lot of role playing, I was like, I'm not seeing any matches happening, so you know what, let me just do this. And that's how TKO came about. It was only supposed to be a punishment show, so
A
during
punishment show?
a
A
punish
punishment?
yeah, so let's say if say if Carter crashed Eddie's office and he wanted to get severely punished during that show, he would either end up in an endless match, casket match, gauntlet match, whether everybody's in the ring or he has to survive through them individually. And then if he ends up getting eliminated, the match is over pretty much. Yes, a punishment show. Yes, ma'am, you heard that correctly. A punishment show. There was one guy that I truly enjoyed punishing
One guy, damn.
because he talked a lot of shit. But hear me out though. He was down and out for a while, so I created one, two, three, two of his ladies and one of his guys, and he are hell loved it, still do because he still does it. And there's times where he could be annoying with it because I know that how he, but he learned to separate OOC from IC. OOC would be character, IC would be in character, which is great because I was trying to help him out with that.
I ain't no sharing my Pepsi, Alexa. You know this.
so so he was always in trouble, and then I did a gauntlet match with two of his guys. One survived, one didn't. And then they jumped somebody else's court in the parking lot, and I was just having a ball with it. So then I was looking at the different perspectives of the shows, and a flaming casket. That, you know what? I actually want them to bring back the lumberjack matches. I mean, we have the underground matches with.
Well, we actually had lumberjack matches because I was under the impression they never did.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Which game?
I think it was before 2K took over, the last THQ game. I haven't seen it since
Really?
they
They
took over.
had that at a time. I really did
Yeah,
not know this.
yes. Even on Dreamcast, PlayStation 1 and 2, like Raw versus SmackDown and all of them. And then the Nintendo 64, what? I played the shit out of the Lumberjack matches.
Welcome, Alfonso Allen. Welcome, Mateo.
So I need them to bring that back. Because what it is uh you have your match on the inside of the match, inside of the ring, sorry, and then every time somebody gets thrown out, they get beat the hell up outside and then thrown back in the ring.
Yeah,
That
I never really had online. If this was like an online part of the game, I never really had online. So
well, that was a long, long time ago that they had that. So I mean, unless THQ takes it back, uh huh. Until THQ gets it back, if they get it back, and I hope that they get it back, then we should be good.
I mean, let's just hope, right? Because there's a few things that they should add in that they took away, like the casket, not casket. We already have that back. Buried alive. That'd be fun.
Need that one too.
Yeah.
Don't matter. I'm still gonna do it. Um, where's the night? I think there's a lot of, but they should do it the way Undertaker did AJ Styles. We need that one where you're at the actual grave site.
Boneyard match.
Yeah, we need that one.
So you want cinematic matches basically added.
Yeah, because then we'll have more options for cut scenes and rivalry. I pay attention to that too. I try to unlock all of the rivalry options. So like I still have a rivalry going on now from last year. Um, don't mind me. I'm just making something to
No
eat real
worries.
quick.
No
Um,
worries. You do what you need to. No judgment here. We all make everybody feel welcomed.
I have
Welcome, Sander.
data in a rivalry. It's right in my face. Wow. I'm looking for it and it's right in my face. I have Kaiva in a rivalry. Um, and now that we just did the storyline, well, part of the storyline with Vextra, which is what's been working on. Hey, the
Yep,
man.
Kwani Kwan is in the house, aka Data Boy.
Give me 1 second.
No problem. No problem. Take your time. We'll wait on him, ladies and gentlemen. This is a true honor for me to get to know the person behind the camera a little bit more. Got to know him a little bit through TPW, and I hope we continue this relationship going forward. Nothing much, Mr. Kwan. Having a nice little interview with the one and only Xadrian, talking about what he does at eFetting for his own eFed, and hopefully get to know more about the character's backstory if he's willing. But I
Yeah.
do have both his shows written down.
Um. Yeah. What was I? I forgot where I was. Right. So rivalries. There we go. Um. There's one of the rivalry options where you can attack them in the parking lot, and I really want to unlock that one. So I have like 4 different rivalries going on to help me get there. Um, let's see. So yeah, TKO was originally supposed to be a punishment show, and then I had the idea of I wanted to merge, but then I said no because again, everybody has different visions for their shows. Then I met uh, someone called named Lockjaw, and I absolutely fell in love with Lockjaw. He's a modern day caveman.
A modern day cave.
Yeah,
Okay.
And I said, you know what? Let me create somebody for him. And then I came up with Danielle Demois. Uh, then I had Diamond Demois and Case Demois. But before we get into that story, Diamond originally came from another EFED that I was in, and she liked to get on the nerves of one, like the top five females in the female division. So she was very annoying. And there was one person who would not lose the women's championship. So every time she seen her, here we go again, the Rhea Ripley wave, hi champ, and it became just so frequent that she ended up liking her. Like they became great friends. And I said, you know what? Let me create a sister for her. Let me create, I know. Uh-huh. A sister for her, a nephew for her, and then I gave her two kids. Well, me and the other person that I had her in a relationship came up with the two kids. Then I left that EFED, and then I just brought them over to Duality Legion, switched them up, changed their move sets, made them stronger. Now the backstory to Diamond and Case, Case being a younger sister, um, Case being the younger sister, she's the one that feels like everything is owed to her because Diamond, being the older, took a lot of the
Took a lot of what? You cut out there.
backfire, backfire.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you look at Diamond and you look at Case, Diamond is a lot darker than Case, but they're related. If it makes sense.
Yeah.
So 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 Diamond basically took the raft for something that Case did and got sent away for like 5 years because her mom thought she did it. And during that time, Case was the one that was being spoiled. Oh, snap.
Understood. Welcome James Whitlow, aka Ivy Lowe, and welcome Nico.
No, they're, they're patties. Well, yeah. Um, right. So during that time she was gone, Case got everything, but Case being Case because she is very, I wouldn't say conceited, but she knows. She's very confident. Um, she got involved with Angelo Valentine. You see, now you can make the connections.
Angelo's a part of that security team that was brought
Yeah,
in with Aiden Yosef, Madison Campbell, and TNT.
yes, yes, yes.
And,
And
of course,
had,
four other ladies.
oh wait, no, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Okay.
Then there's actually five, including
Five. Oh, okay.
including um they had Daniel. I don't think I did. But yeah, they had Daniel. I'm gonna bring him over so y'all can get to see him. He looks more like his grandfather, but acts like his mother.
Okay.
Um, she right now is in 5 different, I think it's five, maybe six e-feds, and maybe seven. If I count that correctly. Right now, she holds 5 belts.
Wow,
That
incredible.
blown her head up to as big as you can.
She
So
gets cocky with it.
very cocky. And then you have, those who she has fought in the past and actually did beat her, who try now to beat her, and it's just she's not letting go of those titles. Then I really wish I recorded it. She fought somebody and got beat with a shovel. Like they did not let up with the shovel, and like you would have thought it was glitched because they just kept hitting her with the shovel and hitting her and hitting her and hitting her and hitting her. The whole entire ending of the match was just her getting beat with a shovel. But she has a
Jeez.
lot of, yeah. I'm gonna try to find it and I'm gonna clip it so you see it. Um, she has a lot of stamina. She does not go down without a fight. A lot of the cards that I have are like that. Like I don't expect them to win all the time, and most of the time, depending on who it is, I'm very shocked because they're not really built to be in certain matches. Um, like I watched Violet last night win a casket match. That is definitely not her specialty. So I was completely shocked. She's more of a tables person. So when
Mm.
she's in a tables match, you get to see a whole lot. And that's another reason why I like AIs, because you can set moves. And one, like me, I notice when I do shows, certain cards they have
Have what? Everything okay on your end, Xadrian? Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Technical difficulties. Technology is not always our friend. I think it cut him out. Yeah, the sound went out. Yeah, full volume on my end. I think it could just be the technology. Like Messenger and Facebook likes to mess this up. If I need to, I can always restart the live if I need to. And he just left. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. Technical difficulties. I'm inviting him back. Welcome back. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
got a call and it messed up the sound.
Oh, yeah. It does that on my end too. I get it. Or it will make you sound like you're like a little mouse on my end if I get a call. But yeah, what you said last, we did not hear any of that. The sound went like out.
I'm trying to remember what I said before you said you couldn't hear me. What do you remember what I said before that?
We were talking about how we were going to talk about how the security team, but you told me to wait because you said that there was also ladies that were also a part of that group.
Yeah. So, oh shit, I gotta figure that out. Right,
And you're
Angelo.
talking how your cause are specialty in certain matches,
Right,
like, but you were shocked how one of them won a casket match.
right. So now we can go into the security team because that's where I was leading to.
Okay.
Um, let's see. So we have originally it was uh Blackout Squad, who was Aiden Yusoff, Madison Campbell, Carter Justice, Angelo Valentine, and Rachel Sawyer. That's the first team. So 4 guys and 1 girl. They are they work for Madhouse, which is an asylum within the brand. Um, I had to put them there because that's where a lot of people go berserk, and they have to have complete order there. And that is ran by Mr. Al Ghul, aka Negan Al Ghul. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
You were telling me about him, and when I heard the name Al Ghul, I thought of like, oh, Batman, Ra's al Ghul?
No, not him,
Yeah.
not him.
No diss at all. That's what I thought of at first.
He's cool people. And then they fit in as well. So Aiden, Madison, and Carter all ran together. They was in the military, in the same unit. Uh, Carter disappeared somewhere within that mission, and Aiden and Madison felt like they could not continue serving because he wasn't around. So they were all great friends, and they lost their mind. So they signed up to be Tessa, which is why Aiden skin is now gray and he looks weird. You're like, what the hell? And then you have Madison, who has like fangs on both sides of his mouth.
Yeah.
Eyes is like a yellowish, reddish color. So that's where that came from. Um, I had Angelo in 24 with his face just totally discombobulated. But that was before I ended up having him see Case Demoise again, and then when that happened, she tried to tell him about Daniel, which he already knew, and eventually that changed when I moved him over to 25. Then you have Carter, who he had gray skin as well. I did a story where Kaiva Justice gave up her heart. Like she went to she went to what is her name? Tessa Winters, code name the witch. She went to her and told her that she wanted her father to come back. So she was having a hard time uh trying to understand everything that was going on. As far as at this time she was married and had the twin boys, which is Riot and Pharaoh, aka Savage, and Pharaoh Silas, the Demon Boys.
Yeah.
And also found out that there was Violet, and that triggered chaos. You see?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And that's how chaos came. And yeah, so she was told that she would have to give up her heart to at least bring him back. And that's what she did, no hesitation. Her partner was not too happy about it. And then she stopped talking everything. She had emotions. It was like, yeah, whatever. Um, and then chaos took over completely. So with that, you also have, remember her brother, Jay Stone, he was going through a crisis because the love of his life just popped up out of nowhere after her being in a coma for 3 years, and he didn't know, and he thought that, you know, she was gone. And she was in a match and she won. She had face paint on. It came off, and he was like, "Are you fucking shitting me?" that's that's him. And then with that, that also triggered, which I have to bring them over to. Um, Quinn J Stone. You see how I did that? J Stone Quinn J Stone. That was the come about of his inner demon, but he actually has an inner demon. Kaiva just, her mind switched, and that's how chaos came about at that moment. All right, I know what you want. All right, all right. Then you have, then you have Kaiva. Kaiva ends up after she gave her heart to Carter. Carter came back. He didn't even acknowledge her. He just went straight to the security team. Aiden and Madison seen him, and it was over from there. It was like, yeah, he's the captain. This is what it's gonna be. Rachel fell in line. She just fell in line. They saw that she was very dominant. They saw that she was very dominant, and she was, well, she is uh head of, I guess, head of like a small security team for Daniel. Nope. Yeah, Daniel, Case, Diamond, and Danielle. So Rachel came in during the time that I was in the middle of creating Case to help Danielle because it was so much. I put a pause on Diamond, and then she basically became like a defender of the household. And then uh, that's when I said, you know what, let me just push it along. We put her in a couple of matches. She lost the Rumble, but she just demolished every other opponent. And I said, you know what, let's put her in the security team. And that's how she got in. Now, we're going to rewind a little bit to go back to Tessa Winters, who was also married to Tiger Winters, who is TNT. Um, as I told you, they were a bunch of criminals.
Yeah.
Belonged in Madhouse, but because they were so skilled, they ended up being recruited for the Vindicated security team. They actually have a daughter. Her name is Evelyn Winters, but she's not, her mindset isn't like theirs. When she's in the ring, though, she will give you a challenge. And I do have to shout out Vex for giving her her look and creating her. I just gave her a move set, and I didn't touch nothing else. So technically, she really belongs to Vextra, and I don't have a problem with that. Which also kind of brings me to what's her name? Vanessa Williams. Her demeanor was based off of Susie Tomahawk. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I love,
Ah.
I love, uh, yeah, I love Susie's enthusiasm and the way that she handles her opponent. That I said, you know, let me just do that because Susie left where I was for a while, and then before she came back, I when I say left, like she fell back. Let me say that, and I said, you know what, I need something as a tribute to her. So that's where Vanessa came from. But she's crazy in the ring too. I tried teaming her up with everybody in the on both security squads, and she's very versatile. She adapts very quickly, which is what Susie does. So that was perfect. Who else did? Janice Tomahawk, another tribute to Susie by the last name. Janice was supposed to be my mom in the game, but I could not do. I couldn't, like, I didn't have the full vision for her to portray my mom in the game. So I originally started out with just her move set, and I didn't have a look for her. Like, I was using her with no clothes on. I'm not even gonna hold you, just the basic top and bottom before I came up with
Yeah.
outfit for her. And that was in Janice came from 23. So I didn't have 24 when I first started at the E-Feds. So they basically made a base. That base looked like Janice and not Kaiva. So I took that when I got 24 and turned it into the Janice. I did Tessa. I did Tessa, Tiger, Vanessa, Janice. Somebody's missed. Oh, Betty.
Betty.
Yeah. Betty is my grandmother. Betty Collins. That
Okay. Okay.
is that is why she has the Betty Boop logo on her, because she loved Betty Boop, and they used to call her that when she was younger. So um, I call her. Well, her code name is Deranged, because when that lady get angry, yeah, stay out of the clear.
Stay out of that way. Let's
Yeah,
not go that way. Let's go the opposite.
that that one was more personal than anything, and she's doing very well. She's actually tag tag champions and Vindicated and Mine. Nope, Lion. No, they were close. But if I would have had her, they would have won. I'm gonna run that match back though, because 2K was being 2K during that match, so we'll see.
2K is a pain in the ass. I get it.
2K, they do too much. They need to give me my entry universe. That's what they need to do. That's why you see me use Play Now, because I can't get the entrances in universe. Um, let's see
Ladder
what's
matches are especially like touchy at times, or
what.
TLC. Good God.
Those are OP. I'm not touching a lot unless
I
it's
love using them, but like they just go by so quickly if you don't have the settings right.
that's why I don't touch it. I'd rather do a TLC. That way I know they're gonna use a couple of chairs, put each other through some tables before they even. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it. I don't even. I can't see me messing with sliders, because I also noticed too that fucks up a lot of the matches. Like Hell in a Cell, the point of a Hell in a Cell is to go outside of the cell and go climb up. I notice when people use sliders, that doesn't happen. So
Yeah,
I
everybody does have different sliders depending on the claw itself. Like not every claw is the same.
no, I don't touch it. I just let the game run. Um, I tried, and I just they do this little dance, or they'll corner,
Yeah.
or they'll taunt so much, and it's like, yo, you could have had that match won. You just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't even bother with that. Um, well, I have a huge list of cards. Let me see. Okay, Daniel, again, son of Angelo and Case. I think I went over him. Then you have Corey. and Loki Demois, who are also another set of twins, but they belong to Diamond. That came
Okay.
ex-husband. I will not mention his name because we don't talk. We don't know.
Yeah.
I want to choke. But yeah. Um so they have specialties as well. Um Corey does well in rumbles and Loki does well in mixed tag matches. That I did not set that up. That just happened. She's good in singles as well, but like you really get to see her unleashed in tag matches. Uh, uh, she fa- she favors Case as far as holding titles, but her being the youngest out of her and Corey, well, her, Corey, and Daniel, since they're cousins, she's the more level-headed one. Um, Corey is the ladies' man, I guess we can say, and Daniel
Viva
is,
la raza, Eddie Guerrero.
which is funny because Diamond ended up with Vero.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yes, and they adore him. Corey and Loki, like they really think he is a good match for them, and considering her ex husband. He he basically used her to get his matches won and all types of stuff to get his way, and she couldn't see it. She couldn't see it. That was the way the storyline was set up. Just so you know, she couldn't
Yeah.
see that.
Understood. You have a story for this. I love it. I love this.
Yeah,
It's story time for me.
that when I see certain matches outcome, I'm like, oh, okay, well that makes sense. Um, she had a history with Violet as well. Um, when Violet first came on the scene in Madhouse, I originally had her with the mouth shut, that paint that they have with the right, the mouth sewed. I had her like that, and she couldn't talk. That's where the bunny rabbit comes in.
Mm.
Right. Nobody understood her unless she did movements. So when she hopped up and down like a bunny, would pay attention to her. If she uh if she had on the mittens, which is why she comes out with them, then they know, okay, you have something to say. If she had her feet on, which I think is the slippers in the game, if not, it's the actual feet, they know that she was ready for a match. And then she ended up meeting Haven Callahan in Madhouse. Haven speaks in second what is it called? As second person. She
Mm.
talks Haven talks in second person. So they just clicked. And the name of their tag team is Have a Nice Day, because you don't ever know what's gonna happen with them two in the ring together. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
No.
I can hear you. Your favorite person just showed up. Sue XZ is here, and welcome Chris King.
Yes, I love Susie, Mama Tama. I don't know if she heard that I have two cars in her dedication. I don't know if she heard that. We could talk.
She just showed up, so I
Okay.
think you were talking about that a little bit like before, but I think if she goes back and watch, she'll definitely know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Um. So yeah. So Violet couldn't speak, and that was the whole uh reason why she did the bunny thing. But also, someone that she had an gave her a bunny rabbit stuffed animal, and from there it's just she takes that thing with her everywhere. Um, Now her 25 version, she has a black pillow. She walks down to the ring with. The bunny rabbit is in the pillow.
Okay.
It's a white rabbit with purple and a purple nose. Sometimes they will show what it looked like. Sometimes they won't. I was watching her entrance, and they just so happened to do it. Because I had her with the Alexa doll, and then I had a friend do a mod, like a mod thing to it, so like it's like a bunny rabbit. Um, it doesn't always pop up, so that's um. She she can talk now, so you ain't gotta worry about that. She
She
has
could
the
do her own talking, especially with the fists in the ring.
Yeah, she has the mentality of a child though. Sometimes it depends on what's going on. She can snap like a word can trigger her, and then she's in a different mindset. So I kind of like the idea of crazy only because I used to work with a lot of special needs, so I've learned certain words you don't say, certain things you don't do. It could be a trigger, and I'm like, okay, well, how can I incorporate that? Because you don't see that in the EFED world. And I feel like knowledge and just maybe since I live in New York, it might like help people if they do see it to understand. It'd be the small things that can trigger and make a big, big issue for some people. Um, Let me see who else is there. Oh, there's Xadrian Justice, who is the son of Jay Stone and Firefly. Right now, everybody is saying Blackfire because she done lost her damn mind. I'm not even. Um, he is like Data, since that's his uncle, but he looks like a mix of Jay Stone and Data Boy. He acts more like Data. His fashion is Data. His moveset is Carter and Kaiva mixed. Um, then there is Jashin, which like his father, he has his own demon, which a Japanese king is pretty much what it is. And that that core I haven't finished. I have him for 24 though, but I haven't really had a chance to work on him as much as I wanted to. But he's supposed to uh, 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 high flyer, but that's not how it ended up. He's more of a technician. Then you have. I forgot to turn this on, idiot. Then you have. Hold on, I got my list. Wait.
No worries. Take your time.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I don't think I said too much about. Uh, there is okay. Back to the Demon Boys. Um, they took after Carter. Well, one of them. Pharaoh took after Kaiba being level-headed and looking at things from all different aspects. Riot, aka Savage Leviathan or Savage Clips. He um he took after his father, which is Jay Money, and he is a hot-headed SOB. That's all I can say. Um, Separate, both of them very very strong, but Savage is more strategic. Um, Pharaoh is more of like see it through, whatever happens. Um, Together, very strong force, and I love that. I love it. Pharaoh has had championship opportunities, and he hasn't what is that, executed it. Savage, on the other hand, most definitely have. I'm actually lying. He actually, wait a minute. Pharaoh just went against Savage for the Carnage title and beat him. But I feel like if it's not Savage, he's not going to win, so to
So
speak.
you feel like he could only beat his tag partner?
I mean, granted, he just won his match, but let's be real. If Papa was still at 100 or at least 50, and we didn't have that third person in, I don't think Pharaoh would have won. Or if it was vice versa, I don't think Pharaoh would have won. I don't know
Understood.
why he doesn't he doesn't execute the way. There's Ricky Steele, which is my persona when I am announcing. Um, he's also another good call. Him, I took about 3 months to do. His attire alone was there's one that was inspired by NWO. What? I'm waiting for this, and this is it's on. It's cooking. Yes. Uh, his one of his attires was inspired by NWO because I like the black and white.
Black and
But
white's the original.
yeah, but mostly like X Pac's sort of, and then you have the Wolf Pack with the whole wolf head. There goes Negan Al Ghul. Speaking of, yes, I was just telling him a couple of minutes ago about the idea that you had for Duality Legion, and I was telling him about Madhouse, and then I went into the depth of the Blackout Squad for Madhouse, giving him like the the deets for um, the craziness that goes on in that asylum.
Yeah.
Kwani is back in here. I also mentioned Vindicated Force and gave him some backstory to that as well. They are actually Kwani actually hosts Vindicated on YouTube, and Negan. I don't know if you're on YouTube now. He's usually on Twitch, and he might be on YouTube now. Um, but yeah, and then we have Connor, whose call is Lockjaw, like I was telling you earlier. He has Extreme Wrestling Syndicate, which falls under the four brands, but within that, like I think maybe like 5, 6 other e-feds under that as well. So it's kind of big, and everybody's all over the place. Um, what I can say is, in his portion, the Demois family heavy, and then we have the Al Ghul cartel, which Chaos is part of, is starting to take over as well.
There's
Um,
also an Anastasia Ogul. Am I correct?
that yes, that she belongs to Negan. She belongs to Negan, and she is. That's all I can say. He did a
Okay.
wonderful job. She
Understood.
very very good. Like we all started, we came together to create a space for everyone. Everywhere that we have been was always rules, and then you can't do this, can't say that, can't say this. Just want everybody to feel, and even like in our lives, it's supposed to be um like I guess family oriented, but like just feel free to be yourself. Like I don't care what happens, just don't get me a violation. That's pretty much where I'm at. And I'm pretty sure they
Understood.
are.
Don't
And
get us canceled.
huh?
Don't get us canceled, basically.
Right.
There is a place I would like you to check out when you do like have the chance at all. The company that I'm associated with called SPW Syndicate Pro Wrestling. If you've heard about them,
Sounds familiar. I may have heard of them, but never like went into depth.
would like
Look,
you to check them out when you can. They are, I think they'd be definitely in your forte.
I've had several people say to me, "Damn, you here too?" Yes, I am everywhere. And then I said, "You know what? That'll make a perfect slogan." And the person that says that is actually Taylor Valentine because he is a freaking giant. Move. You never know when he's gonna pop up, and everybody laughs because you can be having arguing something, and then they'll turn around and he's right there. You're here? Yes, I'm everywhere. Don't ask. So yeah, it comes in handy. No, I realize that I have a little bit of my personality in each and every core. I noticed that. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. Danielle and Lockjaw have 3 kids. Yeah,
Damn.
she had. Now you're talking about a lady that's like 45, 50 years old. Don't ask. Um, the
Everybody has their forte.
kids. His father is a ferryman, meaning uh, someone who can deliver you to Hades. He likes Greek
Yes,
mythology.
the ferryman, the one that basically goes across the water of the dead or whatever. Like,
Yes. Yes, finally somebody who understands.
yeah, I know about that. I love the dark lore. Like, I love that type of stuff.
So, Lockjaw has an alter ego named um, Obelisk. And with that being said, their 3 kids, Laura, London, and Langton. Langton actually ended up taking after Obelisk and um, Sharon, which is Lockjaw's father, and now he's a ferryman in training. Then you have Laura Little, which is Lockjaw's last name. Um, she is the female version of him, so now she's the modern day female cave woman. Uh, then you have Langton, who talks in second person, but they are. Laura is an MMA. Uh, Langton is, I believe he is either a technician or a powerhouse, one of them. And then you have London that is just all over the place. Like his moveset is bits and pieces of everything. Um, him and Lockjaw are actually tag team champions. So I am proud of that because I did not think he would be the strong one. So
I know exactly what you're referring to, which happened at the 2K25 version of your show, which we shall get to when the time comes, which I've been very excited for.
uh-huh.
And this is just exciting all on its own. Thank you for even giving me the time to do this.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem at all. Is it the first time that anybody who has watched the show has said anything about, hey, tell the people what it's about? And I don't have a problem with it. Um, I'm just shocked. I'm shocked. I'm honored, and thank you very much because I be seeing people come in and out, and they'll say hi or whatever, but they won't say too much. Nothing. I also want to say I am in a New York. I want to say New York base, but I know there's people that's outside of New York that's in it called PCW, and they do a hell of a job as well. I have Carter and Chaos over there. They're 25 variants, and the way that they display everybody's cause, from the entrances to the music to uh, even down to the role play, it's awesome. Um, TPEW is freaking awesome too. I feel more like I can be myself. Besides being in Duality Legion, I also have another place where I can be myself. And if I decide I want to be wild and crazy, I can. So it's more like having a second home.
Well, I'm glad that we made you feel welcomed, and we're glad that you're with us. We got some new added, like Kwani Kwan. Glad you guys are both with us. It's an honor.
Oh, we're packaged in. Well, one goes. That's how it always ends up. One of us ends up in, and then after a while, we'll fill it out, and then boom. But that was gonna happen anyway because we know Wolfie. Vex told me she was over there. I said, "Oh, well, you ain't got to say too much. Now I'm coming too." And I was like, "Well, who else?" And she was like, "Well, just watch the show and you'll see." And then I found out Rig, Mama, Chen, um, DSB, and I said, "Oh, the whole crew's over here. Say less."
Got familiar faces and some new faces for you.
Yeah. I started making a favorites list. I'm not even gonna hold you. So like, I like slap nuts. I like slap nuts. Um, that's a character. I adore Blind Man and Urkel. Them two
Oh
and
no.
one. I cannot. That damn squirrel.
That damn squirrel man and blind man just is always off in his own world talking about Nam and aliens and cookies that can talk to him. We got Urkel from Family Matters, Jizz, man. And we also have Medea, Waldo.
That is a whole nother one. Medea, you can never go wrong with Medea. So
Be careful. If you've ever heard the story about her and Mary, aka Wafina, there was an incident in the ring when they faced off, and she saw things she did not want to see under that skirt.
no, I did not hear about that, but I can understand.
Goddamn prostate, what Blind Man says.
Oh damn. Oh
Blind Man is
damn.
basically like her brother. He's basically like the version of, like, I think you could assume what that means, like the brother of Joe in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Joe. Joe is. I can't with Joe. I kind of figured that out. From the way that they go back and forth too.
hmm
But yeah.
Good times, good times.
So okay. How many did I do? I did two. I know
You've done quite a bit. I've been writing down everybody that you've talked about. That's basically your call, Jesus.
I when the brain goes, I just create.
I love it. I love it. You're, like I said, this is your interview. Whoever you want to talk about, you have your chance to. This is your interview.
I I think I okay. So there's a backstory to Chaos, Kaiva, and Vectra.
Okay.
Because everybody's been asking me, okay, how are you related to Vectra? Let me just give y'all a rundown. So I'm gonna take it all the way back to December of last year when I joined an EFIT. I decided to check out the Facebook page, and the only person that I seen every time I scroll down was Vextra. I said, all right, let me read. Okay, she posts this, she posts that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, 5 titles. Okay, what's going on? Right? All right.
Yeah.
I bought 4. I started creating Kaiva for 24. And I'm reading more, and I'm like, oh, she was the one that was definitely running the females division. Okay, cool. Say less. Now, when Kaiva made her debut, she was put in an elimination chamber. Again, one of her weakest spots, but she won. And I was like, like Coley Cogan up a Home Alone. I could not believe it. And everybody's like, why do you, keep talking about it? Because I couldn't believe it. It's one of the great moments that I hold from being in an EFED. Because again, she was not built for Elimination Chamber. Kaiva is built for Hell in the Cells and cage matches. Because a lot of females don't last in those matches. That's why she's built the way she is. But for her to win the Elimination Chamber is crazy. She has not won a Royal Rumble yet, so I'm waiting for that day.
It could happen today, tomorrow. It could be in the future. You never know. It very well could happen.
This is what I'm saying. Listen, I'm not even worried about it because again, I know that's not something that she was built for. So after my debut match, like maybe 2 or 3 matches after that, there was a PLE and was the co-main event. I believe Kaiva was in it, and there was a mystery opponent within that match. I think it was either a fatal 4-way or a false count anywhere. Could have been 5-person. All I know was I walked away for a second to come get something to drink because I had the TV on blast, and I
No
heard,
worries, no
"Oh,
worries.
hey, huh?"
I said no worries at all, no worries at all.
Oh, I said I heard them say the goat is back. Now I'm not paying no mind because again I didn't know that's what they called her. And it was like Vextra is back, and I could tell you because I was on the phone with Kwani. I said, "Yo,
Ah.
Vextra's back." He was like, "What?" Yelling. I said, "Vextra's back!" And I came and I ran in the room. Fell a couple times, but I ran in the room, and I was just glued to that TV. And then I waited a bit because I was paying attention to how everybody was tipping, like they was tippy around her because give her out. Like why? She's fighting the same people over and over again. Like what are y'all doing? Oh, shit, I think I messed up the
You
damn.
think like it's more like I understand a rivalry, but I would imagine that boring after a while for you.
Yeah, and then like you said, a rivalry. I came up with the idea. I said, so I hit up Rig. I said, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Rig, would you for a rivalry?" He's like, "You know what? Yeah, why not?" I was like, "Yeah, but," he's like, "I already know." He said, "Look, just hit her up." So I hit her up, and she waited like probably about a day and a half before she answered me, and she said, "Yeah," and I was just, I had to tell her. I said, "Listen, I just want you to know that I have been fangirling over you since you came back," and she laughs every single time I tell the story, every single time, and I can't help it. It's like I feel like I made based off of 24 based off of reading about Vextra, and then like I said, the cage match and the Hell in a Cell match, and then of course we still have Chaos in there somewhere. So it was like there was a lot of things that came into play for it, and then we started the rivalry, and something out of the ordinary of Vextra, she kidnapped Kaiva.
Just kidnapped her casually, you know. Oh shit, she's been kidnapped.
Her and kept her in a fucking lockup. She made sure she ate and stuff, but she had her fun torturing her and beating her up and stuff. And then Kaiva, being the sly dog that she is, she's gonna find a way to get people to find her. But Vextra's always a step ahead. It didn't happen. Um, there was a superhero show that she, and that's when we revealed to everybody that the kidnapped Vextra, um, Kaiva finally got her one and only true, like her actual one-on-one with Vectra, like a normal match, and they both went berserk, but Kaiva won that one. Prior to that, I will say, they was put in one match just for like a hell of it match, and Kaiva won that one. Um, right before, no, it was after she got kidnapped. They had another match. They had an ambulance match. Yeah, they had an. Nope, I'm lying. The whole shit is fucked up. Before she got kidnapped, Kaiva and Vextra had an ambulance match, and Kaiva made the stipulation where if Vextra won, she would join her faction. But of course, because they're two peas in a pod, if Kaiva had to go, Firefly would go with her. They are a great tag team together, by the way. Um, so of course, Kaiva lost, and they ended up having to go to the faction that Vextra was in, and then Vextra kidnapped her, and then it got revealed. And then after that, that was when we found out that Vextra and Kaiva shared the same mother. Everybody,
Oh, wow.
Kaiva was shocked. Firefly turned on Kaiva, and that's when Blackfire came about. Yeah,
Okay.
out, and then they was going head to head, and then Chaos and Vextra was, which is why you saw Vextra attack Chaos. But she didn't know that they finally separated, and the only reason why they separated was because Carter. So it was in the stipulation for Kaiva to give him her heart if he becomes human. Her and Chaos separate. So instead of sharing, they are now two separate entities. If that makes sense. And I thought that would be
Best
good.
friends, bitter enemies.
I, they know each other's moves back to back. So I kind of tested it, and I put Chaos against Ava, and I did an Iron Woman match just to see, and nobody scored anything. They just kept reversing and reversing. So I think that tells me a lot. Um, uh, Aiva is more like a super heavyweight, and Chaos is a heavyweight. So of course she's gonna move faster than her, but as far as them knowing each other's moves, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know you wanted to talk about the PLE.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Wait, are you talking about your show or are you talking about PLE for Carnival?
Both.
Oh, yeah. Let me pull it up. I have to go through my notes here. I have so many. So, what we can do right now, we can go through your shows that have passed first, but then we can go over Carnival. All right?
I'm not going to eat none of that shit. It's breakfast time. I'm trying to eat something for dinner, lunch or whatever. Oh,
Welcome, Unk Oatis. Welcome, sir.
it's almost dinner time. You need to get the fuck off the phone if you want to cook my ass because you take it goddamn long. I'm not supposed to eat that? No, fuck off. Not no breakfast first. Now it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Anywho, I was waiting for you.
Oh, I thought you were talking to somebody. That's my bad.
No, I was waiting for you. You stopped mid sentence.
Oh, well, on your trials of karma in order, guilty as charged for 2K24, to kick off, it was a TLC between Adria Thorne and Anastasia Agul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that resulted from the PLE. So Uncle Data was the winner of the war games, basically, which is without a war games. And his winners became the champions, which was Lockjaw in London, and then you had Day, who won the women's Royal Rumble, so she became the women's Duality Legion champion. But he didn't have any female tag teams or a male that won their titles. So I had to do certain matches of runner-ups, which was Mr. Al Ghul's uh, picks, and Anastasia and Andrea was his picks, and they both won their matches. So I put them up against each other in a TLC, and Anastasia was just better, and she won. She also
No easy task either.
right. Besides that, she won the briefcase for the Duality Legion Women's Championship. So at any given time, she can cash that in. And that was only because I like to, because I'm a punishment show, I like to do title defenses fast. So the PLE was over the weekend. I believe I did that show the next week. So she basically had the title for a week. I didn't put her in the match yet, but that's gonna happen at the next show. I was trying to get the other titles filled in and number one contenders for those titles as well. So
You
that
hear that,
match,
ladies and gentlemen? Big announcement made right here.
yeah, that I gotta get it pushing along because I know that a lot of the cores have other titles at the other two other three E-Feds as well. So if they can manage to hold all of these titles, then be my guest. But what I would never, ever, ever, ever do is have a title defense on my show when someone else has a title defense for that same core, because I want them to be at 100. Like, everybody looks at me like I'm crazy, but what I notice is if you put a core in more than one match in that night, and it's just the way that ah, it's just the way that 2K runs, and I noticed that. Even though it can be on different what is that? Different systems, let's say, or even PC, because they have been used, their energy, yes, is at 100, but the settings slightly changes because it's gonna have the mindset that, okay, well, you was already in a match. So like if you ever notice somebody has more than one match that night, like the second match, they move a little slower compared to their first match. So I try not to do that because I want it to be fair. Um,
Yeah,
so that's how that first match came about.
understood. Next was a falls count anywhere elimination between Firefly and Chaos versus Betty Collins and Victoria Williams, where Betty Collins and Victoria Williams picked up the victory.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yes. 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 They did. I gotta remember that's 24. Yes.
Yeah, we're on
They did.
2K24, but then we're gonna go for the one on 2K25 next.
Yeah, but I didn't have Betty ready for it, so I believe Janice stood in for her for 25.
Oh,
That's what
I
I'm saying.
thought because when I read the names on 2K24, Betty Collins and Victoria Williams were the
Yeah,
names.
yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Oh shoot.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a mess just to because I was asked, you know, are you sure you want them to go against each other? And I'm like, listen, if they can handle fire and chaos, then they can handle anybody. Now, prior to this, they were in a tournament for the women's tag team championships and Vindicated, and they did very well together. Like they was like two peas in a pod. So I said, you know what? Why
Yeah.
not? Also, they were the choices of again Mr. Al Gore, since he was the runner up, and those two were his choices. And we just wanted to see, you know, a possible outcome for the actual match. Now the problem is I only have those titles made on 25 at that time, so it kind of gave me, you know, what to expect for the actual match. And I wasn't mad at it at all. At all. I was actually excited because I haven't seen them team up in a very long time together.
Understood. Was a great tag match. Like it was very intense.
Yeah. See, here's the thing though, what I noticed with the security teams, they're gonna put on a hell of a show. Win or lose, they are. Um, and I like that because there's always something to expect to happen and it can come out of nowhere. So I like that when it comes down to them.
You like unpredictability.
Yes. Oh yes.
And next up is a no holds barred between Donald Hilton and Darla Hilton versus Berserko and Crash Out Danny, with Berserko and Crash Out Danny walking away victorious.
Yeah. So uh Donald and Darla, which is father and daughter, they won a match. And then you had Berserko and Crash Out Danny, who also won a match. Uh, Berserko and Crash Out Danny belonging to, again, Mr. Al Ghul, who they won. And then you had Mr. Lee Parker, who had his team win the other match. So I had to put those two mixed tags against each other for the Syngetic Duos titles, which is the mixed gender titles. The intergender titles.
Great name for it. I like that.
There's another word in between, but I can't remember how to pronounce it right now.
No worries, no worries, no judgment here. Like I feel bad because sometimes people have interesting call names, and I'm like, I think I'm saying it right, but I hope I'm not butchering it.
I felt good.
But you also had a four-way falls count anywhere between Marcus Creed. Am I saying this right? Sharon Callahan,
Sharon.
Sharon Callahan, Big Rig, and Jay Money, where Sharon took away that one.
Yes. Okay. Now that was that match. Okay. Let me see. So Jay Money was my pick. I had to put him in that match because he won his single match. I believe it was a single match, maybe a triple threat from the PLE. Again, Sharon belonged to Sharon, I believe, belonged to either, damn, what was the names again? Big Rig was my choice, but because I won the Royal Rumble, I couldn't participate in that match, so I gave it to Big Rig. And then there was Sharon. Oh, Marcus Creed won his match. Sharon won his match. So this is gonna seem a little biased, but it's not. Marcus Creed won his match. Sharon won his match. J Money won his match, and I gave my win to Big Rig. So it would have seemed like maybe I would have had a upper hand on it, since J Money, Marcus Creed, and Rig were my choices. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And I was praying that it didn't happen, because I didn't want it to look, like I was trying to weasel my way in. I think
Because this was
Sharon,
elimination as well.
yes. First person gone was
And
J
it
Money.
came down to Sharon and Big Rig.
Yes. Yes, it did. It did. And Big Rig was just a second late on his movement. Otherwise, he would have had Sharon. But Sharon is just a bit too fast for him. And he snuck in that last minute move, and that's how he got it. That's okay, because I know I have to do a number one contenders match for that as well. Actually, no, I think I did it already. I have to look at my notes. But that match was good in itself too. I'm not gonna lie. I was just a
Possibly
little,
matchup of the night.
huh?
Possibly matchup of the night.
I say that too. I agree with that 100%. That match definitely had me on my toes. Definitely.
Next up was Vextra versus Danny Crucial, where Vextra walked away victorious.
Now, that match was, which I forgot to mention it, was the number one contenders match for the women's Duality Legion Women's Championship. Vextra won a match. I know it wasn't at the PLE, but she won a match on one of the regular shows. And what happened was the original person that was supposed to fight in that match lost to Vextra. So that opportunity went right out the window, aka punishment. Punishment. And that's how Vextra got that. And then Danny Crucial, just being Danny and being as she is, she dominates the women's division, and it was long overdue for her to have a title shot for a women's championship, and that's how that came about. Also, too, during the PLE, Danny and Vextra could not keep their eyes and hands off of each other. They was going at it nonstop, and I said, why not that be the perfect opportunity for them to attempt to settle the score, which I believe is not done. Vextra and
I believe it.
Danny exchanged some words after that match. So yeah, that was a good one too.
Most indeed agreed. Next up was a Falls Count Anywhere elimination, another with Nixon and KD taking on J Money and Smoke, where Nixon and KD walked out victorious.
Yeah. So they actually asked for that match, since KD and Smoke, KD and J Money are old rivals. They kind of wanted to run it back a little bit. There's more in here, so don't worry about this. So they wanted to run back that old rivalry, but I said there's tag titles that need to be.
Is it in there? Put the what's it?
What?
Put the stuff on the plate now. Now I'm not eating. Put the shit on the plate. Hey, come on.
Right. So we ran that back just to see what will happen, and of course they lost. But I don't think the rivalry between KD and J Money is over. To be honest with you.
I mean, I believe it from if you watch the matchup came down because KD and Nixon eliminated one of their opposition, but then the other opposition was just getting banged out on, you know?
Yeah, Smoke is he's the one that lasts long in title matches or even just like matches period. He has more stamina than not yet.
So, I'm gonna eat.
I'm gonna bring it to you. Almost done.
This you put cheese in here.
I didn't put a lot. Unless you want me to add a little bit of salt. Because I didn't put anything on the eggs. But Smoke is usually the one that lasts as long anyway because of his stamina, and he's the one that's more strategic than J Money. J Money is just power, pretty much.
Yeah. Was a competitive contest nonetheless. Both tag teams and Katie and Nixon are very well as a team.
Mm-hmm. They are. They very much so are. And I was actually shocked about that. Because I didn't think...
Well, you like that shock and all factor. So.
I do. I mean, they told me that they used to team up together. The hell? I don't know. They told me they used to team together. No, but it's been on this entire time, so I don't know why it's doing it. I never turned it off.
Some seasoning with some salt on it. Says, I don't care where it's at. You got seasoning. I can't even see.
I don't want to.
Mrs. Dash. There's Mrs. Dash
Why
right there.
are you yelling? Right.
Yes, Alexa, you're still live, and welcome, Mr. Mighty. Welcome, sir.
They told me that they teamed up before in the past, and I just had to put it to the test.
Going to be a stake to the tag team division with them around, I would imagine.
It's harder than rock. You can't even pour it out. Let's see. Yeah, I tested them out though, even after that match, and I think that's a tag team worth keeping.
Most indeed agreed. And they have teamed up in places that I have been at, and I've seen them do well together. So your tag team division, better look out. But I know that you also have a strong tag team division as we go on to the next one, which was a Falls Count Anywhere elimination between Turk Poseidon and Morris Storm versus Pharaoh and Savage, where Turk and Morris walked out victorious.
That was a shocker as well, because usually when they go against the Demon Boys, they always miss that one step and they lose. But I think because they had the mentality, yo, this is a tag team title opportunity. Let's really focus on it. They put their all into it. I feel like the Demon Boys are so used to just having the tag titles because they have been triple and quadruple tag team champions, but I feel like they're not there. They're so, I'm gonna say, cocky about having multiple tag titles that they're not even worried about it. But what they don't realize is that this isn't just for TKO, it's for Duality Legion, which is why it's called the karmic balance, which means it's even. It balances out everybody. TKO, EWS, Vindicated, and Madhouse. And I don't think that computed in their brains, but It is what it is. It was a shocker for a lot of people. A lot of people was actually going for the Demon Boys because, again, they're so used to them winning. It is what it is. I hope that was a lesson learned for them, to be honest with you. Don't ever underestimate your opponents.
Yes, indeed, agreed. Never underestimate anybody that you face off with. And that was a great tag match, and it led up to a great matchup, a fatal five-way Extreme Rules between Archibald Hilton, Chin Pao, Rob Plays, Data Boy, and Quinn J. Stone, where Chin Pao walked away victorious.
I'm not gonna hold you. There were times because I remember my mic being plugged in. There were times I had to pull it out because I was over there like, what? What are you doing? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Originally, Art the Clown was supposed to be in that match, but I took him out and I said, you know what? Chinsei hasn't been against Quinn in a very long time, so let me just see what happens. And it happened. It happened. It happened. I saw his adrenaline rush pop up, and I said, "Oh yeah, Sensei got this. He got this, hands down." But it was a little scary towards the end. But that reversal, A1. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
"Shit, good shit, Sensei, good shit." If I'm not mistaken, I believe that he closed out the final spot for the Fatal 4-Way for the Nexus Championship. Mm-hmm.
That's a nice
That was for
name.
the, yeah,
That's a
that was
great
for,
name.
so the Nexus Championship is the intergender championship in 25. So I
Oh,
yeah. So I put him in that.
well, that is awesome, and I can't wait to see what Chin Pao does more going forward in the brand of yours. And his wife kicked out the show, basically ended off the show against Roxanne London, where Suez won.
Yeah. Now the crazy thing
And
is,
that was a
right?
brawl backstage. That
Mm-hmm.
was a brawl backstage. Yes.
Mm-hmm. 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 So Roxanne, owned by Mr. Rob Z, who both me and Susie known for quite some time. They've never fought against each other out of all of the shows that has happened. And I said, you know what? Let's see what happens. You have Roxanne, who is a martial arts and a MMA fighter, and then you have Susie, who just is a all the way around fighter. And I got tired of seeing matches in the ring, so let's change it up. Let's see what happens. That's why I said Susie is a monster in the ring, but let's see what happens backstage. Susie is a monster overall. That's
Oh,
it.
yes. Yes, she is.
I'm
Yes,
not
she is.
gonna ever deny it. Like, she got it hands down. Hands down. She got it. And it's just the way that she was ripping that poor girl apart. Just eating them hits too. I was like, oh no, this is not good. Not good at all.
Is it is it done between these two? That is the big question.
That is what I do want to find out. I guess we will on the next show. I'm just waiting to see if they want to keep it going or not. I think it'd be a great
Well, I
run.
hope they do.
I hope so too. Mama's good for a rivalry. She don't back down. So
Oh, yeah.
that is a hell of a good thing.
Most indeed. And that whole night was incredible. And now we move on Trials of Carmen ordered guilty as charged for 2K25 at the first matchup of the night. Janice Tomahawk and Victoria Williams versus Blackfire and Kaiba Chaos versus Haven Calaman and Violet Zero, with Blackfire and Kaiba Chaos becoming the new tag champions.
Yes. Now, I put Haven and Violet in there on purpose. So again, Chaos clearly is triggered, so that's why she's out. You have Violet, who is her, and again, because they share the same blood, originally was the same person, and now they're separated. Violet takes more after Chaos than she does Kaiva. So them two have like a mother-daughter beef going on. And then you have Auntie Blackfire that tries to keep the peace. Then you have Vindicator Force, who could not mind their business during that event that was going on between Chaos and Violet. So I said, you know what? We already saw the outcome, a possible outcome, and then we know if they lose, then you have Fire and Chaos. And now, let me just add them in just to be dramatic. And that was a very good match, a very, very good match. And
Fantastic opener to the show.
I was lost for words because I really wanted Have a Nice Day to win. I did so bad. So bad. Just for Violet to have that one up on Chaos, finally. But it didn't happen that way. So it's okay. It's A-okay. I'm not worried about it.
As I say, better luck next time.
Right.
And next up was a tables matchup between J.J. Wolf and Taylor Valentine, taking on Archibald Hilton and Curtis Stevens, where Archibald and Curtis walked out victorious.
Yeah. The mega bucks. So Archibald is the bastard son. He's not the bastard son. I'm sorry. I just Archibald. He is the son, well, one of the sons of Donald Hilton. Donald Hilton had the mega bucks until he took over and brainwashed everyone pretty much. Curtis Stevens being Archibald's best friend. Yeah. They went against Cobra Clan, which was JJ and Taylor. It was really supposed to be Jordan and Taylor, but Jordan had prior engagements because he got into it with Quinn the night before and asked for a match. So that's why he wasn't there. The problem with Taylor is that he worries too much about JJ, considering their history from a total different EFED. Well, two different EFEDs, GPW, and I cannot remember the other one. JJ was young. He was like 18, and Taylor, even though he was with a whole nother faction, always looked out for him. So for him to be in that match with JJ and could not stop anything that was happening because I believe it was Curtis that kept grabbing him. JJ went through that table and he was not too happy about it, which is why he fought as much as he can until he was actually put through that table, which I believe was a setup because that was set up as he was being dropped off the top rope. And that was it. That was smart thinking, though. That was very smart thinking.
Yeah. Indeed, and the table spots are no easy way to get out of, and tables are always fun to see.
Yes, yeah. Like I said before, I'd rather see a table match or a TLC match instead of a match. A lot of matches are broken because I noticed, especially if you have more than one opponent, you're gonna have that one person that's gonna climb up, while the other two, or the other four, or the other six, or seven distract. And then, of course, if there's somebody at the bottom, they're just standing there looking, trying to get to the position when they already done pulled it down. So I try to avoid that.
Yeah. And next up was a Falls Count Anywhere between Vengeance and Clayton Wallace, with Clayton Wallace walking out victorious. And can I say Vengeance almost gave me like a Slade vibe?
Slade?
Slade, like from DC. Slade. Slade Wilson?
Mm-hmm. That his owner will be Mr. Al Ghul, aka Needy. I didn't get to talk to him to find out, what was on his brain when he was making him. But ooh, Clayton is too fast for him. that roll up. Vengeance dominated the whole entire match, and all it took was just that roll up. And I can understand because he's putting in so much energy to keep Clayton down, which also did not stay down. He kept getting up. So I can understand that. And I did apologize to Clayton ahead of time. I'm so sorry, but I had to put you in that match because it was just there. It had to happen.
Saw an opportunity.
Yeah, I had to see it. Clayton is also the second son to Donald Hilton, with a different mother from Archie and Darla. Which Darla, you would hear about Darla. Darla, we call her Crybaby Darla, and we can't stand her at all. But I would say she's a great superstar, but she complains too much for my liking and whines. So
You don't like complainers.
no. That just gives me all reins to punish you. So.
Well said. Well said. Next up was a fatal four-way between Azteca, Kazarian, Chen Pao, Sweet Tooth Agul, with Kazarian walking away victorious.
Yep. And that right there, again, another shocker for me because I was rooting for Jin Pao heavy. But wasn't it down to him and Kazarian? No, right? Yeah, it was. It was. Chin just a little bit, too slow, and Kazarian got it. So Kazarian actually will be in the final match for the Nexus title on the next show. Which is, it was supposed to be tonight, but I don't have certain people that I need. I'm gonna check on that.
Understood.
Yeah, so
For sure.
I'm doing it not tomorrow because tomorrow's Raw, so probably Tuesday. Yeah, I try not to do
Well, stay
shows.
tuned for that, everybody. Stay tuned.
Yeah, and I know there's be another Vindicated show. I think Uncle Adam might also want to partner up that way, so you guys will be able to see if he doesn't choose to do it on YouTube. So we'll see who's hosting it, and then we'll have that too. It's the final matches tournament for the championship for Vindicated. That coming up too. And we just had
I can't wait for that.
our WrestleMania Halloween and then Halloween Eve, and then we still have the written portion as well. So send all of that information. You can see it as well.
Understood. Understood. Next up was another multi-person matchup, as it was 5 different ladies in a 5-way elimination between Roxanne Landon, Sue XZ, Kyra Hex, Laura Rachel Sawyer, with Rachel walking out victorious.
So I was being petty, and I added Rachel in there. So there was an argument that took place before the show, and I told someone I was gonna make their life a really match, and then I added. So she wasn't supposed to win that match at all. But she did, and now she goes against Xadrian for the next championship. Well, but big drama. I don't think it's to again. I think no, I'm not gonna do it. I gotta be fair because they worked their ass off for it. I'll be nice. I'll give them a that I would do. That they both get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's what I'll give it.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, that that night went very well. I think my proudest moment was just getting it up and running. I was trying to do Project Z for about 2 months, but I had Guilty as Charged ready for like 3 months. I didn't want it to overshadow Project Z. Because Project Z, again, is our version of Royal Rumble. You know, after Royal Rumble comes what? WrestleMania, aka the Spook. I had to wait for it. But it was worth it. It was worth it, definitely. Another proud moment.
It's a problem all its own.
I'm a well-known procrastinator, by the way, so yeah. But when it's time to get something, it will get done. I will take all damn day to get it done. It'll get done.
Well, hell yeah. Gotta get the heart of determination for it, and it sounds like you have the heart for this.
Yeah, I enjoy doing it. I do. Like I have said before, I won't do a show if I can't see the arena. I have to see the arena. That way, I know how the card is gonna flow. But I do pay attention to like all of the
Buddy,
leagues.
you kind of cut out. Sorry, you kind of cut out for your sentence. My apologies. I just wanted to tell you that you kind of cut out. Do you mind repeating that?
Can you hear me better again?
Yeah. I just didn't want you to say something and it didn't come all the way through. Do you mind repeating that?
I said I won't do a show without seeing the arena. Because then it gives me the direction of how I want the card to go. As I am paying attention to the role playing, it gives me the ideas of what kind of matches is going to be on the show.
Understood. Understood. And next up, you had a triple threat tornado tag match with Corey Demois and Danielle Demois versus Nixon and KD versus Turk Poseidon and Tyrell Storm, with Nixon and KD walking out victorious.
So Corey and Daniel weaseled their way in. That match was again only uh, Aussie Assassins and Golden King, Golden Kingdom being Nixon and AD. But they felt it wasn't fair that they wasn't getting any type of, so they just made their way out there. I did not know anything about it. But yet they short, so it don't. It is what it is. It was a good match. I paid attention mostly between Turk and Nixon. I can't tell you who got the pinfall or the submission between the four because everything was just all over the place. But I just know that KD and Nixon won. Everybody else was eliminated to Turk with KD and Nixon. Or was that more? Nope. I think it was Turk. So he held his own as long as he can, but it didn't mean anything. It became a handicap match from there. Just so.
Indeed, it did.
Right. It's not like they'll never get that opportunity. Give me 1 second.
Exactly. They'll always get that opportunity down the line.
What does that say? I'm supposed to eat that for dinner. Away.
And next up was a last woman standing match between Cassandra Demoise and Vextra, where Vextra picked up a crazy win.
Here's yours.
Right there.
Like that's so cold right now.
What?
Eating cold food.
What this?
Yeah.
Um. So this extra was going back and forth, and I threw that in there because it was talking a lot of smack and grilling each other in the hallways. So let's just put it out there. Even though it was non-title, let's just go for it. Again, Case being big-headed and Infectia being someone who will make you realize that you're not where you think you are. Yeah. She needed to be shut down a notch or two. Or three. So yeah. That's where that match came from. It was very much well necessary. Just like when Vextra came in, uh, second to East as far as title wise, Danny Crucial was running the division as well. So now Vextra is on that list.
Well, I hope we get to see those two face off again in the future.
Oh yeah, definitely happening. That's definitely hands down. It has to happen. It has to happen. I'm not letting that one go. Absolutely not.
And next up was a no holds barred KO match between Jordan Steele and Quinn J. Stone, where Jordan was out victorious.
Yeah, that was a shocker too. So Jordan Steele is one of our superstars that comes and goes when he leaves. So for him to come back and take out the way he did was wild, like wild, and very much expected as well. So it's all good. I know it's not over between them two. It's possible. There's no way. No way. And then Quinn is somewhat of a sore loser, so I already expect something to happen.
I'm guessing he busted into your office demanding a rematch.
Of course he did. Of course he did. I don't think I am. I might just be against somebody else. But then, and I don't like anything to be easy for anyone. I like drama, so you know I have to make things chaotic.
Play out that drama that was given to you.
Yeah.
And in the co-main event of the night, it was Colby Crucial and Danny Crucial versus Low-Key Demoise and Talos Piper, with Danny and Colby walking away victorious.
Yeah. That match was outstanding. I liked it. I enjoyed it so much. But that match was mostly set for another GM to give him a glimpse of what the crucial. Talus and Loki are mixed tag champions for his show, so he just needed to see that another tag team that can come and swoop that up from them.
Well, I guess that remains to be seen.
Yeah, they defeated pretty much everybody else, so the Cruisers have been quiet for quite some times, but now they're ready to speak and show up.
Most indeed.
I'm very excited about it.
I'm excited as well. And to cap off the night, it was Katie and Nixon versus Lockjaw and Landon, with Lockjaw and Landon picking up the victory.
So that match is actually going to be ran back because it was way too fast.
It was.
Way too fast. And there's no way that, we just got to run it back. We got to run that back. I think I'm going to do a different match stipulation. I don't remember what it was. I think it was 4 counts anyway, right?
Yes, it was. Well, maybe do it in like a. You already did a nation a few times. If you did something like a Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Ooh, or even a TLC. That'd be good.
That's too easy, though. You want to know why? Because while 2 is fighting, you can have one person being double teamed while the other one is going up and they're not paying attention. That can end fast quick.
That is true. That is very true.
I would do a tables match, but we won't get to see the full potential.
What if it was the 2 out of 3 tables?
Still too easy. Iron Man.
Damn it.
Man.
Iron Man. That's no easy task.
No, it's not. And I think I'm going to set it for 30 minutes. I'm going to set it for 30 minutes. 30-minute Iron Man match.
Bet. I can't wait to see that.
That, yeah. I'm gonna make that one the main event because it's gonna take forever. Again, I don't use sliders, so it's gonna take some time. I don't want to open the show with it. I could probably do it as a mid card. It depends. I'll figure it out. But if I do
I know
end,
you shall, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.
I have a tornado tag 4-way in a Hell in a Cell coming up. So I know we tried to do that in TPW, but you guys will get to see why I love it so much.
Hell yeah. And speaking of EPW, you wanted to go over the Carnival card, which will be the last card we shall go over.
Yeah. That
And to kick off the night, what was supposed to be a Iron Man, an Iron Woman in this case, it was a Hell in a Cell between Kaiva and Vextra, where Kaiva won.
Yeah. So them two wasn't able to fight each other, but it happened, and I know why it happened. When Vextra attacked Chaos, she later on ended up speaking to Kaiva, and she was like, "I get the feeling that you want to beat me up," and she was like, "But what older sisters do?" So it was put to the test. And that time, I think if it wasn't a Hell in a Cell, she would have had Kaiva. Because when she finally started coming back, she was laying power moves on her. But Kaiva, being as quick as she is, wasn't trying to let it stand. It's all good. It's all good. I just felt bad because that match was literally a minute 45 seconds.
It was a quick one.
And I don't know Vextra to be a minute woman.
Well, hopefully we see them have a good rematch, and that one will last longer.
I don't think we're gonna see them in matches against each other anymore. More like fighting other people. I even begged to let for Wolfie to set up a match with her and Vextra against two other people. I don't remember who it was, but I don't think we'll see them
Yeah.
each other anymore unless absolute necessary.
That's understandable. And as the GM of Fiction's Flames, I'm excited to see what you have for the next show. And after that Hell in a Cell, it was a 6-man tag team matchup, as it was DFF and Beetlejuice and Cherokee Devil versus DSB, AJ, and Slapnuts, with AJ, DSB, Slapnuts walking away victorious.
Gotta love good old Slapnuts.
Hey, Slapnuts brought them together, and look what happened. They all picked up the win together.
And you know what? He did a hell of a job putting them two together. But I think they then gained some unwanted attention by Chaos. A little concerned for that. For them. I don't think they want that.
Well, I guess we shall see where that culminates in the near future. And next up, it was a fatal 4-way for the women's tag team championships. Elena and Tenebris representing Demonica versus Alexia and Leisha of the Pack versus Tiffany and Nikki of the Covenant versus Wolfina and Alex of the Wolf Pack, with Demonica walking out the new champions.
Now, I'm just wondering, was there, because I thought that was a tag team, but considering they are a trio, how was that? if they're a trio and two of them are supposed to be, you know, the tag team champion, is all three of them gonna have that? So if one can't come, the other one. That's what.
Well, if you don't know already, we have this thing called the Freebird faction rule. So basically, it could be held. Say that you're in a faction with like 4 people. All 4 of those people could be the tag champions.
Ah, no.
So yeah, it's called the Freebird faction rule.
Interesting.
Yes, this was a announcement made last time we were actually airing before this pay-per-view.
Ooh, gotta go back and watch. Gotta go back and watch. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch that.
Definitely do. Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team Championships on the men's side. It was a versus Chaos with versus and Golden Glory with the Covenant be named champions.
I didn't even know those were the members of the Covenant, but you know what? It wasn't a bad match at all. I kind of expected a bit more bloodshed. But that'll do. I'll take it. I'll take it. I just wanted to see more.
If you did not notice in there, Elkanah, the father son team, but Elkanah is the brother of Lucian.
Of who?
Okay, she didn't lock Lucian as our the Covenant, right?
Uh-huh.
Lucian comes from Wolfina and Alex. Laconis comes from Wolfie. Does that make sense? Elkanah is from Wolfina and KD. Does that make sense?
Yes. Makes a lot more sense. A lot more sense.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
Yep.
That's wild. That's wild. See?
I really thought you
Tell me
knew.
I don't
I
know.
thought you knew.
Nope. I pay attention to storylines because I feel like those answer my questions before I get a chance to ask them. But that, I did not know.
Now you got stuff to look out for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Learn something new every day.
With Sue Z becoming, being the champion, walking in, and then she went up against Medea, Reina Pantera, Honey Bee, and Miranda Styles with Sue Z retaining.
Susie. Susie. What I told you, she a beast. I wanted to test her limits when I made that match. And
she definitely tested them.
here we go. That's what I'm saying. She's not one to be played with. Susie.
And next up was, huh?
No, go ahead.
No. What were you going to say? My apologies.
I was talking to myself. It's just ideas. Give me ideas.
You got plans for the next show.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, was for the KO championship and a KO match for the men's side, as it was the champion Eddie Walker defending against Carter Justice, with Eddie Walker retaining the title, which led to a falls count anywhere on the Wolves Den brought by Carter Justice after he made that challenge. Carter won that one. They are 1-1 in their saga.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can't speak on it. I can't speak on that match because I was like, that one move out of all the moves that Eddie did, that's the one that makes you bleed and knock out. Like he bled and then knocked out. Out of all moves, that move. But look at all the moves that Eddie was doing. Come on. But it's okay.
Man, he walked away. Carter just wasn't having it that night.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He's not a sore loser. He takes his L's, but when he knows that he had you, yeah, he can't let you walk away with that.
He had, but it didn't succeed, though.
That's what I'm saying. They went threw him to the ropes, and as he was coming back, just caught him off guard. It was an off guard move. He was not expecting it. So that's why he asked for that run back. He didn't even care about the title. He run me mines. That's what it was.
Well, we earn our title shots here. Everybody does.
Yeah. He's not one of those that be so heavy hell bent on title. He just takes his match in, but when he really don't like you, he's gonna push for it. Not that he don't like Eddie. He just needed his fair one back. But when he really don't like you, he gonna push for it. He gonna push for it, and he has to.
I have no doubt there.
I've noticed a lot of the guys on the roster are huge, like they are tall as shit. So you gotta.
Depending on which ones you look at. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Aiden and Madison. I think they could have taken on was the Bravovskis, if I'm saying
The
that right.
Bolsheviks. You're talking about when they faced the Bolsheviks, but they lost?
Yeah, because of Angelo.
Yeah, but still, it was a team effort.
Yeah, but they played that smart. They made sure to get them in the ring to where they couldn't come back in the ring and manhandled the hell out of Angelo.
Yeah, but if you remember, the big ones were handling Dmitry and Yuri, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like those guys were not easy to put down. That security team is not easy to put down if you watch it back.
I know. But that's why who's that? Madison and Aiden, they are a great tag team because they go hand in hand. They bounce off of each other. Carter is good with them as well. In 25, I have everybody all the way around, so that won't be an issue whenever we move on to that.
Yeah.
So
I get that. 2K25, going to be some time till we get there, but right now we're running at this pace at 24, but I think we got a good direction going. But next up, you could actually explain this to me. For the Hardcore Championship, it was a brawl between former lovers, Rachel and Sapphire, where Rachel won?
that was a bitter match. I'm not gonna hold you.
That's what you have to say? It was bitter?
I say bitter because Rachel. Okay, so when Chaos presented herself to Wolfie, she's friends to bring along, but she also mentioned Rachel to Wolfie. Wolfie figure out where the fuck Sapphire disappeared off to. So that's how Rachel ended up over there. Um, on her way to Wolfie's office, she did catch Sapphire with one prior to announcing her arrival at TW. So that's why that match happened. She said her words, but she needed her to feel her pain. So it was like a bitter breakup.
Very, very
Yeah,
bitter breakup.
yeah. I mean, it's the first time they went against each other, and then the first time that race, um, Sapphire was just getting tossed around a rag doll in this match, not like the other ones that I've seen where she actually put up a fight. So I was shocked about that. But yeah, something I don't have to worry about with Rachel is that she put her everything in. And not only that, but she definitely was not trying to stay down. But she's good for giving you a heart attack when you think she's almost out.
No, I believe it. I believe it.
One of my
And next up was a fatal four-way for the hardcore championship on the men's side. The debuting Data Boy took on the debuting Dr. Gigglethorpe of the evil clowns that have been lurking in TPEW versus Nixon versus the champion Hellion, with Nixon becoming the new hardcore champion.
that was unexpected. I expected what's his name? Gigglethorpe?
Dr. Gigglethorpe?
Yeah, I expected him to win. I'm not gonna hold you.
What, you thought the clown was going to come in here, just take the title, bye-bye?
And take it and run around and torture the hell out of Wolfie. I really thought so. I really thought so. Nixon just snuck right in there. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. I'll take that.
You know, Data Boy was a favorite going in there. That if you saw what he did the next night on Wolf's Den, he beat Felix Nash in God knows how many seconds. I'm sorry, but that was quick.
That's Data Boy for you.
That was quick.
Now you see why Kaiva and Chaos just somewhat Chaos don't even care no more, but Kaiva, she's there.
Yeah. And next up for the women's U.S. Championship, it was a triple threat tables match between the champion Riley the Ripper taking on Miraculous Michaela, taking on Jen. And Miraculous Michaela won the title. Amazing. Amazing for her.
Again, something different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Riley's reign was very long, so I had to do something. Not to end it, but just give her a challenge. And I didn't expect her to lose, but then it table match, so anything is possible.
She held that for a long while. I think it was about time she did drop it. Like, Riley had a good reign with it, so this was actually something that, like, I feel like was needed for Miraculous Michaela.
I also thought about Jen as well too. I have seen the glow up. Let me say of Jen, and I've seen her change a lot of herself before she became what she is now. And I said, you know what? Let me see. Let me see what she can do. And I'm happy to say that she can do. She just has
Oh,
to
yeah.
focus more. She just has to focus more. And then she has an upcoming match with Case, which them two have history. So yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Gonna see all the emotions pour out in that one, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. super excited.
Next up for the men's U.S. Championship, it was a triple threat falls count anywhere as the champion J-Max defended against Felix Nash, formerly known as Ernest, against Nikolai, the big Russian bear, with J-Max retaining the U.S. Championship.
I thought he was a goner.
Huh?
I thought he was a goner.
Really? Who did you think was going to win?
Nikolai.
Okay.
But he proved me wrong. Okay.
J-Max does that. J-Max is a fighter and a champion, and he's proving why he is the champion.
Yeah.
And this one, I was very excited when you announced this one. A Grand Prix Women's Royal Rumble, and the 10 entrants were Alex, Helga, Kaida, Nikki, Cora, Athena, Diamond, Scylla, Miss K, and Chaos, with Scylla becoming the new Women's Prix champion.
I saw something where Trump was going to free up the Senate.
Open. That's all. We're paying attention. Like I said, I tried. The only odd,
He doesn't care about other things.
but
He really,
her own
But now you can't see the Christians too when they do it.
for her to get eliminated.
It's kind of like you get
well, I'm not saying
I
care.
Do you mind repeating what you just said? Because you cut out like horribly there.
I said I tried to match people up from watching previous shows, and
Yeah.
the only oddball was Helga, but she held her own. If I'm not mistaken, she eliminated Diamond.
She lasted in there a good bit, too. She came in at number 2, while Alex came in at number 1.
I know. She lasted a while. She came ring and case
I just think he's unraveling a little
Yeah.
bit. Really,
case kind of
just concerns me.
Diamond was
Now, it's a really bad thing. They thought it was going to, Republicans thought it was going to end early, this whole thing. And it didn't. And now it's just not a winner.
Do you mind repeating that last part one more time? I'm sorry, you cut out again.
and Diamond in the ring for a long time before she eliminated her.
Yes. Yes. Correct.
Filibuster. That's not the way everybody.
And Scylla went against all odds, becoming the new champion, and I'm curious to see what she shall do with that championship.
They should have never let it get this far.
Meanwhile, Ida and Rachel going back and forth over the hardcore title, even though I was pulling her string.
Indeed, indeed. And Scylla is no easy task either, and Kaida is a fighter, as we all know her heritage and where she's from and what she's done. And I can't wait to see what the next women's show has to offer. And next up was for the Grand Prix Men's Championship, and possibly what most people would consider the matchup of the night in an ambulance matchup, as the champion BPW walked in against Chin Pao, and Chin Pao walked away the new champion.
Keep it out. I'll try.
I guess for waffle, I like it because you put butter in it, all the butter forms in those little waffle grooves.
My door got on by
Yeah,
the
right.
at the top of my lungs.
Oh.
Your lungs? What?
I said, let's just say that my door got knocked on by the neighbors because I was yelling at the top of my lungs.
Speed to the league start.
Oh, for that matchup?
Yeah.
They thought you were dying.
You're gonna figure out. I'll just try every day on the weekday to see what happens. And then
That's wild.
Well, he had money to do it.
I
but
love
he
good
decided-
matchups.
I read it.
I'm watching and everything.
And this one that you put together was also a great one with intense ending, as it was for the World Heavyweight Championship on the ladies' side in an elimination chamber matchup between Solace, Wolfie, Vextra, Jada Grimm, Alexia, and Cassie or Case Demois, with Alexia becoming the new women's world champion.
The final two, her and Vextra, the way they was going back and forth, I know this is not done. There's no way this is done. I know Vextra don't like to, indulge in drama too much, but there's no way she gonna let this slide. I know there has to be more to this story. It has to be.
Mm-hmm. I want to see them collimate. I want to see a collimate and see where it leads.
Me too. Cause that match, just the beginning two alone set that match up for greatness, and then for everyone else to make their way in and just start knocking each other upside the head. it was like watching. What is that movie? There's a wrestling movie where they had the triple cage. I forgot.
Oh, that was Ready to Rumble 2000 or
Yeah.
1999. One of the two.
Yep. It gave me flashbacks of that. And I was like, listen,
Okay.
that, yeah. If they, you know what, they actually had a match like that. They used to have matches like that in the game. If they brought that back, that'd be awesome too.
That'd be dope as hell. I agree with that.
That whole card, both men and women overall, was fire.
And
You know,
to cap off the night, there was one more match. One more.
yeah.
And that was the World Heavyweight Championship for the men's, as it was a Hell in a Cell, as the champion Zach took on Big Rig, with Zach retaining. But then the next night, Zach threw out an open challenge on the Wolves Den, making it first blood, and Savage stepped up to the plate, defeating the world champion, Zach.
Well, for Zach and Rig, right? I've seen them go at it several times, and that match, any match with them two going against each other is a banger. I know that for a fact. So I was expecting the action that we got from that match. I wasn't expecting the outcome. I was kind of hoping that maybe it would have been a different move that would have took Rig out.
Okay.
But
You were
all in all,
hoping for a different finish.
yeah, like just like maybe a different move, because they always go back and forth. One match is Rig, one match is Zach, one match is Rig, one match is that. So I kind of expect that. I couldn't even root for nobody in that match. I'm not even gonna hold you, because they're a great pair when you put them up against each other. Zach and Savage, not gonna lie, I was definitely going for Zach, because again, like I was explaining earlier with the persona of Savage.
Yeah.
Them coming into TPEW, he already had his head in the clouds, but now that he has a pinfall, or well, more like a knockout under his belt of Zach, I think that may become a problem. So yeah, I have to see what happens. But what I do know from Pharaoh's end, he doesn't mind, him and Savage just just being about and out as the Demon Boys, but Pharaoh likes to be part of factions, so that way when they win and stuff, they represent something else other than them. So I don't know where Savage mentality is on that. He just runs with it because that's his brother and he don't want him to be by himself. But I never really took the time out to ask him, where he stands on it. So
Well,
let's see what happens.
last I heard, they came up to Eddie's office. I think it was Savage, and he asked for a tag match this coming episode.
Okay. Savage? Yeah, that sounds like him.
Yeah.
That sounds like him. Yeah, Pharaoh
And I
and
heard the security team went up to Wolfie trying to get a tag match with the Russians, which they could have easily come talk to Eddie.
they couldn't find Eddie.
Eddie was there in his office. Don't see where they couldn't find him.
I think they was expecting him to be walking around like he was when he first came in. Because they
Eddie
really
appears in
only
different
know.
places.
Yeah,
He's
no.
everywhere.
See? See? He's everywhere. I don't think that they know that side just yet. They only know Wolfie's side because that's where they their posts are set. So
Yes.
so they don't really know that side. But I'm pretty sure Carter will find a way for them to get over there.
Most indeed. Most indeed. And I look forward to it. And that was the card for TPW and your shows. And that's really what I wanted to go over with you today. And it was good to get to know the characters that you own and the story. It was very incredible. Thank you for even giving me the time to do this. This was a true honor.
Like I said before, I thank you really for giving me the opportunity to do this. I'd never really done anything like this, but I was just happy enough to know that somebody wanted to know like the backstories and where they came from. Again, also I've never been like interviewed for anything, so it's the first time.
Well, I'm honored that I could be the first one to interview you, and you're always welcome to come on in the future. I usually go over people's shows like I did yours. I give the opportunity for those that have the shows, like if any they want to come on or the talent of those shows would like to come on, that's up to them. But I always try to make it an effort so this place is welcoming and not just or limited. Like I try to make this welcoming for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That will always be the goal. Like to have fun is the big thing too. Always got to have fun.
I agree. 100%.
But do you have anything else you would like to say before I end this live, sir?
Um, I would. I'm going to drop the links to both my Twitch and
Go for it.
I guess the YouTube pages so that everyone
Okay.
can see Duality Legion for itself. Also, I might drop some pictures of the cause so that they can match a name to a face. Again, thank you for the opportunity. I can't wait to see what happens moving forward. Both TKO and TPEW and IZW, since we're both there.
Gonna be a fun time.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye out for Blind Man, Urkel, and Medea because they make me laugh.
Oh gosh, be careful with that one.
It's all right. It's okay. From a distance. And anybody who just want to come and watch, feel free to. You're not judged. It's more like a family based community. You'll feel very welcome. If you're interested, just pop up on my page or during my live. Just let me know. I welcome everybody. It don't matter whether you have the game or not. I don't mind making calls. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Would you like to tell it any more page? Like you want to tell us about your Twitch channel?
Oh, it's I'll type it in here too. The name of my Twitch page is King Sage, KIINGXAGE. You can find some clips of all the different games that I've played. You'll probably find up maybe to September's lives, maybe. I gotta see what they have up there. Um, and then I have a Discord page set up. If you click on that, you can get the invite and you can join the Discord. I'm about to put up a YouTube page, so when I go live on Twitch, it'll save to the YouTube as well. So we'll have that soon. Also,
Wonderful.
think nope. Yeah, or you can DM me on Facebook and let me know if you want to join, and then I can add you to the chats. I can do that too. So there's those two options.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you for that. And thank you again for the time you have given me. I hope to have you on again in the future, and I can't wait to see where everything goes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, there's a show coming up soon, and I might be doing a collab. So it's gonna be fun. It's definitely gonna be fun.
I shall definitely be there to watch, and I shall review the show after. And I hope everybody has a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be, and peace out.